Welcome to Mali Klein's Talks on Essiac, August 2018 at Arupa.
Do you know exactly who Rene Caisse gave the formula to?
Ooh, there's a question. Who did she give the formula to? Well, I got this from Mary McPherson, who was, especially after she retired from work in 1969, I mean, she and Rene became great friends. They'd spend every evening together. They'd go to a little Greek restaurant in Bracebridge together. And also after 1977, when people were flooding into Rene's house after the magazine article was published, Mary would be like sat in the kitchen, you know, acting as a spy and making sure, because sometimes one person would be left with Rene and then there'd be a couple of others who started going around the house. That was incredible. And so Mary would be there as this kind of bulwark. You know? So there wasn't much Mary didn't hear. And she also overheard telephone conversations. So the people that we know for sure that Rene gave the recipe to, and she did it, she felt kind of shamed into it after the magazine article, which pointed out quite rightly, you know, this was a freely given formula. It went freely down the line until it hit Rene. And what right really did she have to hang on to it? I mean, that was a very valid point in the article that the editors put in, and Rene was absolutely furious. And it did engender a lot of feedback. I mean, a lot of people wrote to Rene, you know, who were sick with cancer, and they were angry. As she said, giving me hell for not revealing the formula. So she sold the Respirine version with Indian rhubarb, you know, just for $1 to the Respirine Corporation. I think they signed October 26, 1977, with Dr. Charles Bruce as a witness. So they had a copy. Two people who, Pat Judson from Detroit, she's on the movie, the John Newton movie. She went to Rene because she had cancer, and Rene trusted her a lot. And she gave her a version of the formula, which is the one that Gary Gloom made public. And also a man called Gilbert Blondin from Quebec. His wife was very sick, and she gave him a version of the formula because his wife was young. And he also was great when it fixed up a house. She didn't give it to Dr. Bruce. Mary was a witness. Rene actually said July 1977, when she was being pressed to give the formula, all sides, because the article was out by then, she said, I didn't give it to Dr. Bruce and I'm not giving it to anybody else. You know, like, okay. And then a couple of days before the Respirine deal was signed, Mary witnessed Rene calling Dr. Bruce and saying, Dr. Charles, and that's what she called him, do you want the formula now? And he said no, because he didn't want to have his position as a witness compromised witnessing the Respirine deal. So she didn't give him the formula. This is it. You know, I mean, I spent, heaven knows how many hours, at the feet of Sheila Snow and Mary McPherson, the only two people who worked with Rene Caisse. And they were adamant about who had the formula and who didn't. So I know sometimes I'm like banging my head against the wall here, but I'll carry on banging it. This is the truth. And then of course, you know, Sheila recorded. She and Dr. Bruce, Sheila and her husband Mike and Dr. Bruce and his wife Jane were friends. They visited. They talked on the phone. They exchanged cards and letters and everything. I mean, it sounds in the book like I'm criticizing Dr. Bruce. I am not criticizing Dr. Bruce. He did a lot of good stuff. I am not criticizing any formula that he may have made up later on. I haven't used it. How can I criticize it? What I'm saying is, the claim that he worked non-stop with Rene Caisse, simply, from all the witnesses, is simply not true. I know, I mean, Sheila and Mary were quite horrified by that claim when it came out because they'd known him for years. And Sheila particularly, she felt betrayed. I mean, I've written that, it's in print. So there we are. And of course she recorded him saying, in January 1980, she recorded him saying, I don't know how to make up the herbs. I don't know the combination to use them in. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, this is it. Here's the evidence.